to the French chef. I'm Julia Childs. Today we will be making chocolate barfi. It's a very simple recipe really. This delicious treat would be perfect for a last-minute dinner party or for a gathering of 300 people. First, you will need a large bowl. It needs to be large enough for you to be able to stir a large amount of mixture, yet small enough to fit in the microwave. It also needs to be quite tall around the edges, about 3 inches tall. This bowl is quite simply too small. This is much too large. If you put this one in the microwave, it can start a fire. Now this bowl is just perfect. Remember, any good woman should own a proper bowl, and it has to be able to fit in the microwave. For ingredients, we will need 5 cups of non-fat dry milk. Some people have questions upon where to get this ingredient. It is also referred to as powder milk, and every store has some varieties of it. This is what it looks like. Next, we'll need some QFC heavy whipping cream. And we'll need half a pint of it. Then we will need some C&H cane sugar. We will need a quarter of a cup. Next, we will need some Nestle's chocolate chips. We need half a cup. And then we will need 1 teaspoon of some Nestle's cocoa powder. So first, we add our 5 cups of the non-fat dry milk into our perfect bowl. Then, add a 1/4 cup of powdered sugar. Then, we add our half pint of heavy whipping cream. Then, we start to stir. Some people don't know how to stir properly. Some people just, don't want to get their hands dirty, so they just kind of just mix it around like this. But what you gotta do is you gotta go like this. And make sure that you mix it up. Because if you don't, it just infuriates when people don't do it correctly. And this spatula was passed down from my great-grandfather when he was fighting in World War II. Now it is quite smooth, so we will put it into the microwave for 1 minute. Into the center. People get that wrong. We don't want it to touch the sides or anything while it is cooking. Well, it is done. So now, take it out. And we're going to have to stir it again. And then it goes back into the microwave for another minute. The center of the microwave, children. process about 8 or 9 times. Yum, that looks tasty. So now it goes back into the microwave for another minute. Okay, so now we're going to take it out again. Now, that's a little hot. So now we're going to start using our mitts. So we have to take it out of the microwave. As you can see, it is puffed up a little bit, and there is a slight inversion in the middle. So this is for the 8th minute. We'll put it back into the center of the microwave. We'll do it for 1 minute. So now that it is done, after the 8th time, we will take it out. And then we are going to put 3/4 of this into a pan. But first, we need to make sure that we spray it evenly so that our coffee does not stick to the pan. So since it is extremely hot, we need to use the ladle. So we can put 3/4 of it into the pan. I have already evenly spread out the 3/4 of the bottom, and I have already gone ahead and measured out my teaspoon of cocoa powder and my half cup of chocolate chips. I've already started to mix all of that. The quarter of coffee. So now that I've done the mixing in the chocolate chips and the cocoa powder, you will add it to the already flattened with a ladle. So now that I've evenly smoothed out the chocolate layer, it will go into the freezer. And then, when it is nice and hot, we can cut out some fun shapes. So after about half an hour, we're going to take our chocolate coffee out of the freezer. So we can cut it into some fun shapes. So after we take it out, we are going to need a knife and a plate. So we can put our cut out pieces onto the plate. So for the first row, we decided to go with some simple squares, but we're going to have to cut them at 90-degree angles. Well, we've decided to go with some triangle shapes for our next row. And the good thing about triangles is that you can combine them with squares to make fun. And then with some of our art and pre-cut houses, we can make fun doors or windows and such, just to make it that much more classy for your sophisticated guests. Next, we're going to do a rocket. For some of your friends who are interested in some rocket science, next we will be doing some isosceles and equilateral triangles. Now that we have cut out all of our coffee into our fun shapes and such, the French chef will try some. Yummy! These are just scrumptious.